From the top all the way to the bottom. What goes down must stay down, and what comes up may come down. Hold on. Welcome everyone to the balance. And it's almost Christmas. So get ready to give love to your family and your friends and everyone. Because it's an important thing that we must keep in consideration and keep in mind, as it is our duty. Welcome to the balance. And now, let's start off, as usual, with the speeches, the sayings, I believe in the thought that everyone is equal, the eminence of every individual, the almighty works of the balance, the truth shall define who a person really is. The righteousness of family wisdom influences values and guidance, but the belief that you don't have to be yourself for success is misleading. I believe in the power of love that inspires and holds together. I believe in love which upholds and separation from ruination. I believe in the forces which are called upon to make the entire race come together. Every action is rewarded with the reaction that will affect the person one way or another. Whatever reaction occurs is meant to transpire because it'll lead oneself closer to their destiny. Okay. He gets a little lonely. I have to let him out. Start off with the almighty paragraph. Bird watching, a type of sport activity which is taken upon and used in certain ways when one is searching for a certain type of bird. Usually they'll see the same birds like crows or pigeons, and they are trying to look for different kinds. When you put yourself to the challenge and true dedication, will you see progress, which are different kinds of birds, or will you see the same result? The pigeons, the crows, and the common birds. You really want to put your time into it because luck will not do the job for you. You do the job for yourself. And it is the way to be. You must put your work you must put yourself into your work and dedication if you really want progress and you really want results and growth. This is the almighty paragraph. Thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Now think to yourselves what that means for a second. The balance is an important factor of all of our lives. And it should be. We need to have balance in everything that we do. And make balance like a sort of roommate. But a roommate that you do not fight with. Rather, the roommate who makes your food, clothes, and puts your clothes in the washer and does all the productive stuff. That's what we kind of see with the balance. But it's a lot more than that. We must consider it. Consider the balance in our heart, and in our minds, and in our lives. So, friends, when you expect something to be done, you'll do everything in your power to not want to do it. You normally want someone else to do it. You're at school and you're learning. You want your teacher to show you how it's done in the way that is best for you. When you want certain things, you want it best for yourself because it's true. It's a guilty habit and a guilty pleasure, but we all fall victim to wanting things a certain way, which is our way. And that is unfortunately what many of us have in our lives. But with balance, we need to realize that there are things that we need to measure out. Just like in the almighty paragraph, if you get something a certain way, you're going to get the same results. If you're constantly putting no work into your work, no effort into your work, you're going to get mid results. But if you put so much time, dedication, and not just that, but if you put heart into your work, and real heart, not say I put my heart and did not put anything, but you put things actually into your work, then maybe you'll see different kinds of birds. You'll see different types of animals. It is a sort of challenge that we need to have in our lives. With the balance, we'll be able to find some meaning. Let me tell you about life. In life, how we go about it. We will notice that in life, we cannot live depending on success. We cannot live depending on success. We cannot live every day expecting success. We cannot live every day expecting the best to happen. Because before you know it, your favorite restaurant's going to close down. Before you know it, everything's just going to go opposite or backwards. And you're going to feel like the world has turned its back on you. Or fate or destiny has betrayed you. Just because things aren't going your way and you really wanted it. This is not a spoiler. I watched the new Spider-Man movie. Yeah. And one of the characters is like, expect disappointment and you will not be disappointed. That is crap because I was supposed to get a ticket for the plane to visit my parents. And I kind of knew that something wouldn't happen with all the virus stuff and everything. And guess what? It didn't happen. I was really disappointed that I was locked in my office for 2 days. So you see, it's okay. When something goes wrong, it's fine. You don't need to beat yourself up because things aren't wrong. Because there's so much that we can control. But when we choose to mess things up, what we know, what can we do about it? Come on. Live by every day wanting success, but everything is different. So many people are trying to live their lives at once. Just because your life is different from someone else's, it does not mean that neither of you are living a lie. We have different backgrounds. We have different origin stories. You know, we are shaped up the way we are based on our environment. When you are little, you know, when we're all little, we start off as a little thing. But as we develop, we are taking in everything that we see around us. And our lives, the result of it, is a mix of everything that we've seen. My life is a bunch of television. I can find myself being plenty television characters. But everyone, we're kind of a product of everything we've been. You need to watch yourself on what you are becoming than what you are doing. You know, one of the heaviest burdens probably for people is being in a car wreck or causing a wreck. You know, everyone wants to drive. So it's, you know, there's living a life expecting something every day, something, oh, I'm going to drive, this is great. And then if something bad happens, it will not feel good. It will hurt. Like a bitch. It will hurt a lot. To have such a burden placed on you. And then what will we do about it? Are we going to let this change the way we live? Because people will. There are many things that can go wrong in life and results in changing the way you don't want to change yourself just because something turned on you the way you didn't want it to. What can you do about it? Just so be it. Suck it up. I'm sorry. But we're kind of forced to eat things up every day of life. And you know, when you eat food, you can only eat so much, right? You get full. You know, you get full. What can we do about it? Get full. So don't force yourself to eat up everything in life. Have a sort of balance in taking control of what happens. Because things are all over the place. It will hurt. So find a way to take control of your own boat. Because if you're going to be on cruise control and you're going to decide to take a nap or take a rest, then the boat is going to try to right itself and you don't know where it's going because there's waves and there's rocks and there's sea monsters. It will hurt. And you're sleeping in the back, just depending on life to go the right way because it's your life. Life doesn't care that it's your life because life moves on. Life doesn't wait for us. Sorry. But it does. Either we follow, we go with it, or we don't. And it will go on without. That's why a lot of people who are stuck in the past, they don't make much progress. They are not moving with the time. Only people who say, I could have done this, I could have done this, you know, they'll feel like they're living a lie. But, you know, it's never too late. You're never too old for something. You're never too young for something. I know there's, you know, age limits, but there's so many ways that you can get to your dream. Don't make your dreams be dreams. Make your dreams reality. Dreams are dreams because we call them dreams and we refer to them as dreams because we know that we're not going to get there. We know. We think they're dreams. We're not going to get there. It's a dream. No. It's not just a dream. It's not just that. When you call it a dream, it's your hope. It's never going to happen. A nightmare. It's never going to happen. Which we'll nickname nightmare reality. But that's different. A dream. We always have a difference between a dream and a reality. Isn't that right? Dream and reality sort of different. That we made clear in our mind. And everyone says, I have a goal. I have a dream. Well, then make your dream real. You can work to it. Friends, work to it. Don't stay back expecting life to do things for you. And do not expect the boat to move on its own. The boat, you want it to go straight, it's going to go all over. Take control. Stop sleeping all the time, people. We cannot. We need to get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Do not stay down like a rock. Because you know what happens to rocks? The wind will push them. And they'll break. Because the wind's pushing them. And then they fall and break. Those are rocks. They're not moving. And then life will end up pushing you out of the way if you don't move. It will push you up. It will. In life, you need to make yourself comfortable in where you are and sort of, understand your position, per se. And you want to go on. Let people know that you're there. We each have lives that are going on. You're not the only one here. Everyone has a life that they try to live. Balances all over the place because we're each a balance. I'm a balance. You're a balance. Some of us are unbalanced. In fact, all of us are unbalanced because there's either too much of one thing, too little of something. We need to work on it and fix it up. You can say one thing and then mean something else or do something else. No, brother. Stay to your mission. Stay to yourself. Stay true to your life. The mighty paragraph says, work will not just be done. Things will not just happen. You know what is a very popular scripture quote from the Bible? Faith without work is dead. So that's saying, you cannot just live on without doing work because it's dead. You're not going to get anything from it. Snowmen don't build themselves. Snowmen, they don't just come alive themselves. How did the concept of a snowman even come to be? Because people made it. If people did not make it, then there would be no snowmen. If people did not make it, there wouldn't be computers. If people did not make it, there wouldn't be fire. There wouldn't be this. There wouldn't be that. Because we are making it. It's up to us. It happens one way or another. For me, it started as a mistake. But we're living to find things. We're living to learn. Every day you learn something new. You know what I learned yesterday? That, shit, I forgot. But I learned something. I know that for sure. I actually did. But forget it. Whatever. Things are happening all the time. And you know how you notice where if you blank out, then you missed a lot. That's okay. Just never lose control. Always have your grip. Friends, In life, you are loved, okay? Love is always flowing one way or another. You know, hate is love. It's just a twisted version of love, but it's a type of love because it has passion. Do you know the word compassion? Like, oh, he's so compassionate. Well, you know, there's a passion for hate. There's a passion for love. Those are the lines, you know, feeling. Are you supposed to have a balance with love and hate? Are there a balance? Wrong. Love is what you need to have and live through. Hate, you cannot have, we can't have hate. That's like, you know, those are the demons that we have to fight away. No hate. Out. Shoot. Go. Love to do the right thing. That's what we have to live with. And have a balance, you know. Have a balance. Live with a type of balance where I'm going to do this, a little bit of this, a lot of this. You know, your balance, what it has to say is I'm going to do this and that in certain amounts, in certain ways, as necessary. As necessary. As necessary. What are we living in? What are we learning in? People come together in many ways. One of the ways that we find people coming together is, you know, through meals. You know, let's have a date. Let's have meals. You know, lunch, business eating meal. You know, you're eating with other people. That's a way of coming together. That's why here in the place of balance, we give everyone chips and water because we're uniting with the meal. People do that. You know, they unite with food. And don't feel bad about the food. Don't feel bad about the meat or the pigs or the chickens, because I know it hurts like hell. And their screams are not pleasant. In space, no one can hear you screaming. But you know, it's been going on forever. It is sad like hell, but you know, it's either because they eat plants, and plants are also alive. Plants are dying every second. So, you know, we're the ones with the conscience, and we're the ones with the things. Just watch yourself. Have a balance, you know, for the meat people out there. Don't just have a balance, you know. I don't know what I'm saying. I hit the bottle earlier, that's why. I hit the bottle, that's why I'm like, yeah. So I'm kind of a headache right now. In the balance. Oh, that's loud. That's loud. Hold on. In the balance, we find balance. What is balance? We see this right here is the symbol of balance. And I'm going to shine the famous flashlight on it. This is balance. YouTube audience, this is balance. People in the audience, this is balance. Everyone in the crowd. We see that there's a little guy here, which is supposed to represent us, and he's surrounded by everything. He's surrounded by, you know, the little nature and the balls. You know, he's surrounded by everything in life in a sort of prism. You know, in a sort of pyramid in a way. And we see that. It's like a sort of box for us. We all should have one type of box and space from others. Don't let people invade your box, your space. So in your space is where you have all the things revolving around you. We're all like solar systems, you know. You don't want to have something interrupt the solar system and mess up all the planets up in the rotation. So don't let people into your personal space. Don't let people mess up things for you. Don't let people make a mess in your room. And here's another thing. When we talk about our rooms, clean your rooms, because you know why? If you have a dirty room, you know, it's nice to have a dirty room. It shows that you're productive or lazy at the same time, or both. But clean your room, because once you're done cleaning the room, you'll feel an amazing satisfaction. One of the best feelings, like, I'm in a clean space. This is a beautiful room. How would you feel if you went to a hotel room and it's all messed up? Well, they're gonna say, well, you don't feel like cleaning it because what's the difference? It's gonna be messy anyways. You still have to clean it because you need to feel welcome in it. You will feel so welcome in your room. It'll feel good for the soul. It'll feel good for your inner self who's desiring for some cleansing. Clean the room so you can let your balance flow. Okay? Too much dirty is not good. Alright? And clean your room doesn't mean throw stuff away. It just means, fix things up. Make the floors walkable. You don't want to, be going like this all over your room. You want to be able to walk in it. Not everyone has a big room. My room at my house is like this small. So I can only fit my bed, and I have a pile of books. I don't have a bookshelf. I just, but my office is better size, so I have more things in my office. I have to clean it. But by doing this, you get a satisfaction. When you make your bed, you get a satisfaction. It's like, oh, this is a beautiful bed. And think about this. You're going to have a long, rough day. And then you get to come home to a nice, clean room. And you're going to tell yourself, I want to marry you because this room is so clean. Clean it. Because what I'm going to say, the almighty paragraph of the lesson it teaches is you live a day, and you cannot live every day expecting success unless you're going to work for it. You have to work for these great things. And don't be upset if things don't go your way, because other people's lives are going on and the world is all over. You know what you do? When the towers crumble, you build them back up. When the pieces fall, you put them back together. That's what you do. And that's not what you do, that's what we do. Because it's us, our lives. We live it, and we love it. Do you hear me? Yes. Good. All right. Moment of sorrow. Everyone stand and think to yourself anything that causes pain, sorrow, or whatever. Think to yourself. Reflect. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Alright. I hope you all have gotten your bag of chips and bottle of water. It's time for the chips and water. As we know, it may be the first and last meal which I'll devour. For some it will burn, and for others it will open the empty. But together, the chips and water will make us come together. For every tear has laughter somewhere else. What is one's fortune is somewhere else's misfortune. But when we all come together, show each other your love. Everyone wave at each other. The balance. We are all people under the sky, and we all deserve the best. We thank all of those in our lives and all they've done for us to be us and everything they've helped us with. And we thank you all for being here, and our families and friends and our hosts and our everyone, our favorite people, for all they've done to make us be us. And this occasion, we will come together around their bed. what someone gets, someone else will get. The balances come together, and now eat chips and drink water and come together. Go ahead. Eat chips and drink water. As we acquire a new life, we learn to accept our differences and cherish every moment of our life. We will come together, help others be together, live a new world, and live our best lives. Now, some of you already heard, and others of you don't know, and they're probably not going to take it easy. I don't know. But don't be upset when I tell you this, but rather face it with an open, with your head held high. Face it. It's the type of news that not everyone will call good news. But I'm actually gonna step down from being the main leader because there's other things in my life that I want to do. Now, I'm not gonna stop being a host. I'm still gonna be a host and I will visit here as often. And I'm still gonna be a part of this place of balance. I'm still gonna be here. I'm not dying. But I'm not gonna be the main leader anymore. I'm not gonna be the main host. I'm going to retire that position and there will be a new main host in the future. Me, it's because there's other things I have to do in my life. You know, going to war. There's something that I got to do. You know, there's things in life that I'm aiming to do. You know, a lot. But I'm not going to quit. I'm not leaving this place of balance forever. I'm going to be back, and y'all might not notice I'm gone, or maybe you will. It just depends. But there's going to be a new named leader in the future. And, you know, don't be sad, because I'm going to be back a lot. And I'm going to still be a host. And I'm still going to be celebrating with all of you the balance. And I'm still going to be teaching all of you. Email me at fadedbuddy@gmail.com if you ever want to talk. My office, I will close my office. I'm going to be here until the end of the week, and then I will call it quits. But I'm going to be back. I will visit as often as I could. There are things in life that need taken care of. But I promise that I will always come back to you all. You all are part of my heart. I made this place of balance for all of you. And I'm always going to be here for all of you. And I hope that I will die here on this stage. But you know, we don't get what we wish for. So don't you all worry. And for those of you who are confused, you will get an answer. I promise. All of you all will get an answer. For those who are confused. And for those who don't even care, I'm with you all because I'm wasting your all's time. You don't want to go home. If you have any questions, talk to me after. Sorry about that. I'm not trying to waste your all's time. The balance has come together. All of us have come together. So you may go home. Thank you. Woo! Yeah! Woo! No, don't cheer. Don't cheer. Thank you all. I'll see you all soon. Uh-oh.